Hey everyone, Marilyn here with Just Imagine. Welcome to another conversation on this platform that was created to touch and inspire with the goal of transforming every generation one life at a time. So today being Mother's Day in the US, I thought we would take a break from our conversation about the growth process and just have a Mother's Day shout out. So if you are a man listening in on this conversation, don't take yourself out because you are someone's son. And my guess is over the years, you've had an array of women pouring into you, or even now continue to make a contribution to you, contributing to your growth and your evolution as a human being. So I would say welcome and thank you for being part of this community. To all of you amazing women out there, happy Mother's Day. All right, so today I'm going to talk about Mother's Day from the understanding that Mother's Day have different meaning for different people in different stages in life or in different seasons of their lives. For example, someone might still be a mom, but they have lost their mom. So that moment might be a bittersweet moment for them while they are receiving honor, acknowledgments, and they are being contributed to. At the same time, it is a reminder of the mom that they have lost that's no longer with them. And me at this time being from immigrating from another country into the United States, I understand very well that there are some people, although their mother is alive, but they haven't been able to see or physically hold their mother in years. And due to other circumstances, they don't even know if they're gonna get that opportunity before their mother transition. Also, there are some people, while they are still a mom, they might have lost a child and a mother at the same time, or even be fighting for their lives, wondering if they're gonna leave their kids motherless. So I do understand that it can be a complicated dynamic for everyone. But regardless of where you fit in this conversation, happy Mother's Day to you. You know, there is a specific grace that is available to you for whatever season that you are in. And this is not the end. So wherever you fit, you know, there is light and there is hope. You can totally do this. You can totally be restored and rejuvenated. You can be refilled, and you can definitely stand and you can be strong in this season. So I'm gonna just talk a bit about, you know, some of the difficulties, you know, somebody might be facing with motherhood. Myself, the first time I became a mom, I was 18 years old. You know, my first pregnancy was at 17 years old, and at the time, that was like a sort of a death sentence especially for my parents, who had big hopes and dreams for me. So that's definitely not what they expected. So I know very well that not all birth story is a fairy tale story, because many times things don't happen the way you would like for them to happen. And by the time I was at baby number 3, I actually hid it from most people that I knew, from my family, and a lot of people did not know that I actually had baby number 3 until after she was like 6 months old, because of the shame and the guilt that were associated with the choices that have led to that moment. Like, the baby herself was a blessing, or all the kids, I should say, they were blessings, but I was still beating myself up on what had contributed, what have led me to those moments. So that being said, I understand that a lot of times there is the aftermath of, you know, being a single parent or just having a child in less than desirable circumstances, I would say. And there's an amount of guilt, you know, that comes with it. There's always the question of, you know, am I enough? Am I doing the right thing? I didn't get to just pick the right partner per se to just have as a father figure for my kid. And all these can be very present situations that people deal with. But if that's you in that moment, I would say just know that this is not the end. I know that because now my first daughter, almost in her 20s, here I am having this conversation with you, and like those questions, a lot of times they don't stop, because now I have the opportunity to mother kids in different developmental stages in life. I have a young adult, I have two teenagers, and I have like one kid in kindergarten. So the dynamic of trying to figure out exactly how to parent in those different stages at the same time, and making sure everybody is pretty much attended to, that they are not left unattended, their emotional needs and their physical needs, that could be a challenge. And a lot of times I find myself wondering, do I even have it? And I'm gonna share with you, if that's your question in this season, I'm gonna share with you something that, you know, a mentor of mine shared with me, and that was so helpful. When she said to me, she reminded me, listen, you are the right person for the job, you are the right woman for the job, you are well equipped, have the confidence that you are exactly what those kids need, and you were handpicked by God to be their mother, so you are well qualified. And although your story, your kid's story, that might be a fairy tale story, but be encouraged that there is purpose and there's meaning for your life and for the life of your kids. That also reminded me of a story in Genesis. Yesterday we were having a group discussion, and then we had that conversation regarding Hagar and Ishmael in the book of Genesis. You know, although Ishmael wasn't the promised child, Hagar wasn't originally the couple that, you know, God had in mind to just establish the promise. But God still took the time, you know, to show up and minister to Hagar while she was running away, and she was in a time of despair, and she was upset, and she was confused, and it looked like nothing made sense. God took the time to not only minister to her, redirect her, and speak a blessing and some promise over not only her and her kid. So all that to tie it into, if that's you today, you are thinking about, you know, past mistakes, and you are thinking about what you could have done different, the fact that you didn't do anything different, and here you are now, you're probably struggling to provide for your kid. Just know that there is not only a grace available to you. Yes, you're gonna have to take some different step. You're gonna have to make some corrections or take corrections. You have to be mentored by other people. You have to be open enough to receive from others, because it takes a village. You cannot just continue to do this by yourself. And a lot of times, you know, some people I know might have been hurt by people that they let into their lives, but if that's you, my prayer for you is that, you know, God leads you to the right people and bring the right people alongside you to help you, to empower you, to show you the character of God, to show you God in this moment. So I know I've said like a lot, and again, not everyone fit in this conversation, but I think it's important to have this kind of talk, because life can take a toll. Life not only can take a toll, but when we are in these moments of despair, especially with the guilt associated with, you know, previous mistakes, it's important to know that there is a way out. It's important to know that this is not the end, and it's important to know that there is hope. So I hope you guys, you know, find yourselves refreshed and rejuvenated in this conversation, and I hope that you continue to stand, and you continue to stand your ground, you continue to stay put, and you continue to dream, you continue to move forward in life, and know that no matter where you fit in that motherhood conversation, you got all that you need. Again, what's in your hand? There's treasure in you. Remember these words, remember these things, and I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day. And if you are a man, I hope you go out there and you honor, you know, the women of your lives, even if you are in a season where you're not in right standing with your own mothers, because there's rift in your relationship. You could actually choose to approach the conversation with understanding, to kind of put yourself, you know, in a different side of the story, and understand that, you know, some people, they did not only that they did not have a model, someone to show them exactly how to do it right, and some people had to actually figure it out as they go. And I know I've had to figure out things as I went, and that was also an opportunity for me to have some important conversations, especially with my oldest, and continue to understand that I have made mistakes, and I probably will continue to make mistakes as I don't know it all. But that would be the opportunity to stop and ask for forgiveness and repent for stuff that are not right, and also purpose in my heart to do better. And again, that's when I know for me, that's when I would reach out and be open to be contributed to be mentored, and to just know that there is better ahead, and just pursue wholeness. So if that's you, and you're in a tough season with your mother's alive, but you are in a tough spot, or maybe you don't even know your mother, or maybe you're an adopted child, or something like that. So maybe that would be an opportunity for you to just, set yourself free, and not just hold on to the bitterness that comes with all these things, and kind of consider the possibility that that person that gave birth to you may have had so many things, against them, and just take the time and have some compassion on them, and then ask for God to come into your heart and heal you, and show you exactly the right strategies to move forward, if that's you in that conversation. So again, thank you for another opportunity to speak into your lives, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. So thank you again, and I hope to see you in another conversation. So if you have not yet subscribed, I would invite you to do so. And also you could stay in touch with me by going on my Facebook or Instagram page. The links are in the About section. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care.